I was worried. I was worried, to be honest. But you know what? I thought fair play to the manager, because I think he got his tactics absolutely spot on. And I think bringing Harry Maguire in, I don't know whether that was through injury or had to. And I said it a few weeks ago, and he's such an important player for Manchester United. I know he got the winning goal, but his leadership qualities, at Anfield, experience, it was 100% the right decision, and massive call from him. And tactically, I thought Man United was spot on today.
Do you agree, Kay?
Yeah, I think he did. To his credit, Ruben Amorim has got a win at Anfield on his CV, and that's going to do him the world of good going forward as well. I felt like Luke Shaw had a good game as well. He was tracking his runners and stuff. I was really impressed with him. When he's fit, Luke Shaw is a great player, but it's just the fitness element of it that's an issue with it. And it was great to see a goal for Mbeumo. I think the fact that we didn't have an out-and-out striker starting at first really confused Van Dijk and their defence. He kept getting dragged out wide. One of his strengths is his positioning, but it felt like where you had Kirkes dealing with, I think it was Ahmad, like he didn't know who to go to at any point in time. And yeah, it was great. It was great to watch.
I thought Van Dijk, for the first goal, I thought he was really at fault. It was similar to the goal against Chelsea, where he's gone for the initial header, and I think he's gone into the back of McAllister, and then he didn't switch on quick enough. And Mbeumo, I think he was five yards ahead of Mbeumo, and he switched off, and Mbeumo was going in behind him, and we've seen that a lot this season from him. And I don't know if it's a bit of complacency after winning the Premier League title last season, or what that is, but it's not something you really associate with Van Dijk, and I think it's a few times this season now, so I think that's a bit of a concern for Liverpool. But take nothing away from Man United, I think positionally, as you said then, Ahmed was causing problems. He was always in between, so Liverpool didn't know who to pick him up, and I thought, as I said, tactically, with going with no striker, it really worked and caused Liverpool big problems.
Yeah, talk me through that goal, Wayne, and what you liked about it from Mbeumo, because it did feel, obviously it was important, but given where he is in his Manchester United career as well. Yeah,
well, I think initially he's sandwiched in between McAllister and Van Dijk, and Van Dijk comes through the back of him and hits Mbeumo, he hits McAllister, but what we've seen is a great reaction. He got up, seen the ball gone out wide, and he reacted and ran forward, and it sometimes, that sounds simple, but that's such a big attribute to have. He just ran forward in a straight line, and Van Dijk didn't. He switched off, and it was a great pass. Ahmed played the pass, great pass, and a lovely finish from him. So for me, he's been Man United's standout player all season, and he hasn't got his reward for his hard work and his sacrifice he's done for the team throughout the season. But I thought it was a great goal, and I'll be honest, I was a bit sceptical when Manchester United signed him. I didn't know whether he had the ability to come play for Man United, but he's proved me wrong, and I think he's been a great addition to the team, and by far Man United's best player this season.
Yeah, whatever he does now in a United shirt, Kay, doesn't matter, does it? Because he scored against Liverpool.
well, do you know what as well, though? The thing is, when you've got a player that's got that level of tenacity and never say die, and runs after loose balls and keeps running and does what you need, for a Manchester United player, that should be the absolute bare minimum. Running around and showing that you care should be the absolute minimum, and he does that in abundance. And he's got a level of quality as well. You saw last season with the level of assists and goals he has, and now he's starting to put numbers on the board for United as well. Like, I think he's going to be a fan favourite very soon.
Yeah, that is such a huge win, I think, for the manager. And listen, I've been one of them. I've questioned decisions, I've questioned tactics, I've questioned players' desire over this season and last season, and that win is massive. To win at Anfield is not easy to do, and to go there and after international break, I think what the confidence that gives the players, the manager, and I'll be the first to say, you know what, he got it absolutely spot on. So and I just hope we see more of it. I
love the way Wayne's downplaying his excitement, because before we came on, he was like 2 points from Liverpool in the league.
No, it is. And listen,
I can't believe you haven't mentioned that already, to be honest.
Yeah, 2 points off Liverpool now, and But no, listen, I really liked the performance, and this so we know the players can do it. We have to see this on a consistent level, and if we don't, then that's why, like myself or other pundits, whatever, we ask questions. We know the players can do it now, so don't switch off. Let's see this again, and let's try and get that guy a haircut. What's his name? The guy who wants 5 wins in a row.
yeah.
That's what we need to see.
Everybody within that Manchester United squad, team, coaching staff had a real game plan of how they felt they could win at Anfield.
Well, they did it at home to Sunderland. They went long. Lamens can kick. He can kick a long way off both feet. I'm not sure about his build-up play. We haven't seen it yet, but I think it's a good decision from the manager to say, you know what, let's not play out around our box. Let's not give the ball away in poor areas where we lose possession and it ends up in the back of our net, and then the pressure's on a young goalkeeper I'm given an opportunity to. Let's get the ball as far away from the goal as possible. Play up to Šeško in Sunday against Sunderland when they did. Yes, they changed it around, but they haven't got to win the first header. They have to try and win the second header. So they moved forward as a team, won the second balls, and then played in the opposition's half. I think it's a sensible decision from Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, and you worked that Manchester United Sunderland game, and talking about how they did go long to Šeško all the time. It was like a dress rehearsal for this, and yet they didn't play with Šeško, because this is right from inside the first minute. They've gone long, they've won the ball back, and then no thought of anything else other than to knock this ball long and go and compete. But I thought one of the patterns from the day was, even though the ball went long, I hardly ever saw anyone running in behind expecting Manchester United to win the flick on. They were just in great positions sort of behind the ball, weren't they, to recover the seconds?
I think it's sensible. They know they're not going to, up against Van Dijk and Arte, not going to win the first ball. I was surprised how many balls they headed, the Liverpool defenders. I thought they would have let a few run, head back to the goalkeeper, clear the play up, but they headed it straight back into an area where Man United were pretty much populating, and it was a game plan. It was a game plan for them to do that, and I think it worked quite well.
Well, it did. It worked very well, and if you don't win the first header, it's important to win the second one. But they kept competing. They allowed these moments in the game, and I thought this was a poor decision. We're going to see from Van Dijk, and I thought just by stepping in for this next one, leaving that space in there, and I think Manchester United was so quick to spot that opportunity. That yes, he's just stepped into that area.
Yeah.
Ball comes outside to Ahmed, and look at now. There's your goal scorer, Bryan Mbeumo, in that position, seeing that opportunity.
Yeah.
We don't see Virgil van Dijk get himself in a bad position as often as maybe we saw.
If we're saying it's a bad decision to step in, it's also a bad decision not to run back.
Yeah.
As quick as you possibly can, because he's looking to blame Konate here. For me, he has to be busting a gut to get himself back into that position. But he doesn't. He's ambling back. He's almost too cool to sweat. He's thinking, I'm a Rolls Royce. We know how good you are, Virgil. But sometimes you need to run. You need to run as quick as you can. You need to clear up the danger. He doesn't do it there. He's snoozing.
Yeah, you can see the two Manchester United players really are busting a gut to get in there. Konate sensing it. Ahmed plays a delicious ball, wonderfully timed in there, and Manchester United are off to a flyer. But that wasn't the only time they played forward. They got a benefit there, and they were then making sure that they got forward as often as possible. You see, there's no thought of how often in the Premier League, if there's that much space to a defender, do we see them getting given the ball? But not a moment's thought to it. See Casemiro in the middle saying, play the ball forward. There you go again. Nobody making a run beyond the ball, nobody in a position to get forward, just recovering that second ball and go from there. Suddenly, instead of playing out from the back, instead of trying to have 15, 20 passes in your own half, risking the ball, you've now got one of your better players in possession all the way up here.
It's just common sense, and it's exactly right. When you look at the goalkeeper's done very well. He's had 2 very good games, but it's like Peter Schmeichel. We shouldn't be mentioning him in the same breath as Peter Schmeichel at the moment. He's got a long way to go. But it's the similarities there. He played his own games, Peter, sometimes. Even if Sir Alex Ferguson would tell him to roll the ball out, he would assess the game, how the situation was, how tense it was, and he would get the ball forward to the danger men. The danger men from Man United, they're weak in defence. We know they are. Listen, on another day, Liverpool could have scored 5 goals. But their attacking threat, they're still a threat. They've got very good players. Cunha's a very good player. Bruno Fernandes getting in advanced positions. Mbeumo is a very good player. Mason Mount is in a rich vein of form. We hope he keeps himself fit. But why would you not get it forward to the players who can make a difference for you? And that's exactly what they're doing at the moment. And it's not just Liverpool. You watching their next fixture, they will do exactly the same. And they will continue to do this, I'm sure of it.
You think they've found themselves a pattern of play that suits the players they've got, getting them into advanced positions, creating chances?
Yeah, and you know, it's almost like a tick in the box for a manager like Ruben Amorim when he looks at Arne Slot's press conference afterwards. And Slot's talking about, we didn't, you know, a team what plays with such a low block, a team what goes